Yo. Welcome to another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. We got a lot we want to cover today, man. Help you build your money, muscle, and mindset. Let's start the show. Yeah. What's going on, man? It's another episode of that Victory Talk podcast, episode 258. You know the vibes. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio, the Southside Savior. And I'm not alone. I'm also here with the best podcast producer in the game. You know what I'm saying? The man from Iran, the beast from the Middle East, homie Nima. You know what it is.
Let's go.
Nima working all this shit, man. Nima working all this shit. All right. And then I'm not alone, man. I'm not alone. It's not just me and Nima. We also got Novia. She in the other room, man, in the kitchen. Just got her hair done. Now she in the kitchen with a laptop. It's just, it's something about having that chromosome combination makes you want to be in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You can't fight nature. All right, she in the kitchen with the laptop, man, in the super chats, kicking out anybody who hates, anybody who talks crazy. All right. We got a lot we want to get into today. We got some sponsors we want to cover. We got some, we're going to talk about getting money in the markets. We're going to talk about building some habits, building discipline. And we're going to talk about what you need to do to get some money and make it big in 2026. Because 2026 coming up. It's only 21 days to 2026. But guess what, man? You know how long it takes to build a habit? 21 days. You start today, start building them habits. 2026, you hit the ground running. Lickety split. Next thing you know, you balling and shot calling. And the shit we're going to talk about today, it ain't going to be no fucking regular bitch nigga shit. Like people be talking about habits you need to build and they'll be like, hey man, you got to work hard. Or, hey man, make your bed. It ain't no going to be bitch shit. Because it's like, this is going to be like real shit. You could have a quantum leap next year. I ain't talking about incremental improvements. I'm talking about quantum leap. I'm talking about like, oh shit, did this motherfucker join the Illuminati? Did he make a deal with the devil? That's the type of shit motherfuckers gonna be saying about you if you follow the tips I'm gonna give you in this shit. Before we get into it, we got a few sponsors. We got Nemo. We got some sponsors.
No way.
Yeah.
It took us 258 episodes to get at least one.
So it's not, I've been trying to get that fucking Tommy John underwear sponsor.
I mean, they've reached out.
I've been working on, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, they gotta get the money right, You know what I'm saying? I've been working on getting that motherfucking, what's that shit that other motherfucking sponsors, man, when you get meat mailed to you, pause. Motherfucker, you get meat in the mail. Fuck out of here, man. Now, I'm sponsoring this shit myself. Mm-hmm. So those of y'all know I've been trading futures for the last 5 years now, man. Trading in futures, NASDAQ futures, and making a lot of money. You can see it if you go to my Instagram at King Keto. It's the one with 1 million subscribers and 1 million followers. And you see on my story every day I'm posting wins from trading. And I trade with my squad. We doing a live training on Wednesday where I'm show you how to make money trading in the market. All right. How do you make money trading in the market? I'm going to show you how to do without having to have a whole lot of money or even having to use your own money because we trade with prop firms. And basically how the prop firm works is you have to show that you're a good trader. You got to make enough to give you a simulated account. You got to make enough money with the simulated account. Then boom, you prove you're a good trader and you can start working with their money. And we'll show you exactly how to do it. I made like $6 grand today. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that and how you can do it today at this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is in the description. Make sure you register for that. That's a better sponsor than meat in the mail. I ain't never ordered no mail meat. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's delis everywhere. It's at the grocery store. If I want a steak, then that my woman gonna fry up, man. We just Instacart. Somebody did send somebody did send me a box of mail meat. Now, straight up, I don't know who it was. It's from this company called, I don't know, I won't say the company because the company ain't pay me. You know what I'm saying? But somebody sent me some meat in the mail. Pause. I don't know who it is. But it was pretty good. It was like 50 pounds of steaks. They just sent it to me. Sirloins and shit, ribeyes. I don't know who it is. I thought somebody would take credit for it. You know, Nima, this will make sense to you, man. You know, when like a terrorist, when there's a terror event and then some organization takes credit for it.
Yeah.
I thought somebody would take credit for the gift.
No one has done it.
No one has come forward. It's just mystery meat. In the it's a mystery. Pause.
Mystery.
I got a box of mystery meat, man. I don't know who said that shit, man. Yo, somebody asked, is this pre-recorded? Fuck no, man. I ain't never lied to you, Ryan. Motherfucker, Ryan. Listen, I ain't gonna flip out. I ain't gonna flip out on you. You ain't know. Maybe you new here. You don't know I'm the realest nigga ever. I ain't never lied to you, homie. I ain't never lied to you, Ryan. I like the way they spell his name, man. He probably black. That's how you spell it in the hood, Ryan. They ain't making black Ryans, but Ryan. That sound like a football name when you're watching American football, and then they announce the names. Ryan Jenkins, Utah University. You know? It's all good, man. Yo, whoever sent me that box of mail meat, thanks, man. We got one more sponsor. Man. Thought Repellent. Thought Repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hose away. You see, have y'all seen this shit? The motherfucker from Michigan State. So the coach, let me pull it up. Pause. The coach from Michigan State. Hold on. This nigga got fired. All right, so check this out, man. We're gonna go to ESPN.com, man. Yeah, hold on, man. No. Oh, yeah, show the screen. Look at this shit. Esty got fucking hoes on my screen. Get out of here, man. You buy one thing from Esty, next thing you know, they're gonna show you all types of shit. So anyway, the coach from what the fuck is this, bro? It's an ad. Oh, so many ads. God damn. All right. Fuck it. The coach from Michigan State got fired. I guess he was Dios mío. All right. Yo, the coach from Michigan State. This nigga got fired because he had an inappropriate relationship. Hold on, we can leave it right there. Right. Michigan State, he got Adam Schefter reports. The coach from Michigan State got fired because he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. First black coach in Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? And No, the University of Michigan. I'm sorry, not Michigan State. Michigan State is the fucking Spartans. This the Wolverines. And first black Wolverines coach. This nigga got fired. He said black folks back. He said us back another 20 years, Nima. And anyway, he was having some sort of inappropriate sexual relationship with a staff member. I'm assuming it was a woman. You know what I'm saying? That'd be really wild if it was a dude, you know. But I ain't gonna put that on his name yet. You know what I'm saying? But yo, this nigga had a family, 3 kids, and he was set to get paid $5 million. They're paying a lot to coach fucking children's football, right? They kids, right? College. They paying a lot. $5 million. That's the most expensive pussy I ever heard of.
It's cheaper than the.
That's some. Yeah. I mean, listen, the most expensive pussy was Shannon Sharp's. That's the most expensive pussy in the world. But this guy, he put his hat in the ring. You know what I'm saying? She's saying, check your messages. This wouldn't have happened to his brother if he had thought repellent. This would have saved him $5 million. He'd still be married and he'd still be living with his children. You know what I'm saying? $5 million it cost him, right? So here's the thing, man. And that's not the only nigga who got caught up with some thoughts. There's also a nigga named Matthew Barnes. I don't know if you've seen this nigga. He got scammed. This is the wildest shit. Hold up, man. All right, so check this out, man. Yeah, you can show. Matt Barnes. This is true. He says it's a rumor, but Matt Barnes, he got blackmailed by an AI. He was flirting with this AI model, and he ended up giving this bitch $61,000 just talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, guys, thought repellent. It's the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. It cost his brother $6. It wasn't even a real thought. That's what I'm saying. You got to deal with real thoughts and electronic thoughts now. You know what I'm saying? Virtual thoughts. Talk about a computer virus. You know what I'm saying? McAfee or all that other shit wouldn't have protected him from that. But thought repellent would have. All right, thought repellent. This is the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. Because once you start balling, you start getting money, you start being successful, these thoughts are gonna come after you, man. They got electronic thought, got 60K off of motherfucking Matthew Barnes, and it cost the Michigan State nigga $5 million. Cost Shannon Sharp like $100 million. Had these brothers had thought repellent, wouldn't happen. I don't want this to happen to you. All right. That's why we put together thought repellent. We're gonna have this out. We're gonna have it out by Christmas. That's the goal, but we got to get enough super chats to make that happen. Right. So all your super chats going to go towards development of thought repellent. I can't give you mine. I need it. You know what I'm saying? But you can get it. If you leave a super chat, and if we raise enough funds from the victimators, we'll be able to release thought repellent by Christmas. It's gonna make a really great stocking stuffer. Right? It makes a good gift. Get some for your dad if you want to keep your family together. You know what I'm saying? For your dad. Listen, if your dad get caught cheating and you break up your family, it's your fault because you ain't leave enough super chats for us to put thought repellent out. All right. Get some for your friends. Get some for your children. I spray my son's 8. I spray him down with this shit before he goes to school, man. Baby thoughts. Roblox thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep them away with them robot thoughts. They out here. You think I'm lying? You know what I'm saying? So listen, I think we have some heroes who have already contributed to the fund. Let's acknowledge these brothers.
We have Will.
What up, Will?
I'm 330 pounds. What are 5 ways I can monetize my weight loss journey on the way down to 200?
All right, brother. Hey, man. Well, listen, Will. I'm glad you using your head. You're saying, hey, man, how can I make money off this? You know, and the real shit. If you lose 100 pounds, there's a lot of people who are like obese, and they'll see you and they'll be like, oh shit, that's attainable. Like if these motherfuckers see me, you know what I'm saying? They won't even believe that it's possible for them to look like me, right? But if you because you were in their shoes, you can relate to them, you know? And you know what? This is when I tell people how to grow their niche, I say it's always best to start with somebody that you've been, like a past version of yourself, like the person you needed when you were going through something. Because I'm sure there's nuances about being like overweight, like that much overweight, that I may not be privy to, right? I know it now because I've coached people, I've trained people who've been that size. But before that, I didn't know about some of the stuff that they have to think about. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to sound like I'm clowning you, but like, you know what I'm talking about. Like this shit that accompanies being that large, that people who've never been that big don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? And so you'll be able to speak to them on a different level than someone else can. And that's going to be part of your advantage. Now, how you monetize this. So in my program, High Ticket Trainer, we have something called the Makeover Madness. All right. And this is a strategy we use for people who are not necessarily in weight, in the shape they want to be, where they monetize their own transformation. And I'll give you the cliff notes of it. There's more to it than what I'm explaining, but I'm gonna give you cliff notes. So, excuse me. Basically, you got to go on the social media, and talk about this change you're about to make. Set a goal and a date, right? And then basically you're going to be documenting it as you go, like doing your weigh-ins, showing where you start, where you finish, and or start where you are now. Like week 1, boom, week 1, this is how much weight I lost. Week 2, this is how much weight I lost. Show you before and after each week, right? And always start with the before. And then people once you start making some progress, people will start cheering you on, right? And they'll start, oh man, this is so inspiring. And you'll see like people start to galvanize behind it. You know, straight up, people will start to galvanize behind it, start sharing it with people. And it may even seem like something you don't want to do at first, but I'm telling you, man, like fitness people, even like fitness people who are in like really good shape, like when I see that somebody doing this, I'm excited for them. I'm like, yeah, you know, cheering them on. Like yo, man, that's what's up. Let's keep going, man, keep it up. People start cheering for you, right? And then when you get to like closer to your goal weight, what you do is like, boom. All right, listen, I lost 100 pounds, which is a huge accomplishment. And like, listen, if you're obese, right, and you want some help losing the weight the way I did, I'm gonna show you how, right? And that's basically how you do it. That's the cliff notes, right? That's equivalent to the AI summary of Makeover Madness, but it's more in depth than that. But that's the main way. If you want to learn more about that, or any of you guys want to learn how to be online training, I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. Type 10. I'm sorry. The fuck. Hit the link in the description. Yo, I'm starting to talk like Instagram.
It's a third link in the description.
Hit the link in the description and download it. It's free. And it really puts you on the game path of what it's like to be an online trainer. Right? I'm starting to talk like Instagram. I think there's another one in there.
Yeah.
Another one of them chats.
We have Crypto Genius 686. I recently got into crypto day trading. How many hours would you suggest trading with demo account before using real money?
200 hours. 200 hours. That's something I did when so I've been trading futures for like 5 years. And you know, when I first started, I bought like every fucking course. I fucking hired mentors. I did like basically everything that's available. I spent like a few $100,000 learning how to do it. And during the pandemic. And But then when I started trading with the prop firms, it was like they had different rules that were different than trading with my own money. So I was like, fuck, I had to learn kind of a new style of training. And once I got my strategy kind of down, what I did was I practiced that strategy for 200 hours. So I bought a computer just for this. I bought a different desktop, and I was trading with NinjaTrader, right? And I would just always practice. If I'm in an Uber, I was like, all right, let me get some hours of practice. And I would run like historical data. If it was a long Uber, right? On planes, I take like 50 flights a year. So like the whole time I just download a whole bunch of the historical data and trade the open mad days. And I timed it. And I had a app that like timed shit. And I put in 200 hours of trading, right? Because you got to think about it. 100 hours makes you like proficient in almost anything. Like if you put 100 hours in anything, you're going to get decent, right? Like if you wanted to learn how to play guitar, practice every day for 3 months for an hour, you're going to make a lot of progress, you know? I mean, you're not going to be fucking amazing. Like, you know, you ain't going to be challenging, you know, John Mayer to a fucking shred competition, right? But you're going to be, people will be looking at you, oh yeah, he knows how to play the guitar, right? And it's the same thing with anything, man. 200 hours, it changes things, man. Like, but 100 hours, right? But 200 hours, I think it takes to another, at least 100 hours. And you want to track those hours, you know, right? Mm-hmm.
We have Vision Target Shoot 1.
Yeah.
With no comment, but €2.
All right, I'll take them. I'll take them, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Euros. The Europeans and shit. You know?
We have one from In the Buzzer.
I was about to talk about something. Go ahead. What my man talking about? Who this?
Will has a follow-up. He's the one that weighs is he the one that weighs? Yes, the 330. Okay, I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm currently working 80 hours a week, 60 at my main job, 20 at Amazon, both making $21 an hour. Should I quit Amazon to focus on monetizing weight loss on social media?
Not yet. Because like you don't need to make it, you don't need to quit one and then nobody's asking you to put 40 hours a week into making some reels. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it ain't necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you don't need 40 hours a week to post on Instagram, man. You just need a few, you know, like you ain't got to get all cinematic, man. Bring out the drones, the red cameras, and then fucking Adobe Premiere or some shit. Nah, just use your phone, man. Keep that shit super simple. You know what I'm saying? And just use your calendar to manage it, you know, and try to squeeze out a few more hours, you know. But yo, shout out to you working 80 hours, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. One more, all right.
So the Vision, this was his question. Brandon, out of 10, how great would it be if I was to do data analyst, data science for online trading? Online training.
Oh, teaching people how to do data analytics and data science? Is that what he means? I hope that's what he means. Some of y'all need to like put your shit in Chat GPT and be like, yo, man, proofread this for me. Before you, because like now I gotta decode that shit. It's almost like the Riddler sent that shit to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're just comparing online training versus doing data analysis.
I don't know. See, we're guessing, Nima. We're guessing. Did you say that? Well, say what you said. So
I assume he wants you to kind of help him decide between being a data analyst versus online training, because he has a follow-up comment. He says, no doing online training. Thanks.
But he's saying how out of 10, how great
you
would it be?
You gotta clarify, man.
Man,
what's the question?
I would love you to clarify that question. Cause right, it's like the Riddler sent this shit to me, man. And now I gotta fucking we gotta guess what this motherfucker means, man. I want to answer the question.
It says doing online training with data analytics
Nima
training.
just taking my job.
My bad.
No. We want you to read it because you sexy. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nima. You go ahead, Nima.
Nah, Nima ain't Nima's voice. Nima's voice. It ain't the same. Hey man, listen, Nima. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's why you don't Nima. Don't. You know when they tell people like, don't try drugs because you won't be able to stop, but it'll ruin your life. That's the same shit with Latinas, Nima.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. Like, don't do it. I know you never been with one. I don't think. Don't do it. Because you won't be able to stop. And it's going to ruin your life. It'd be like, you know what it's like? It's like if you were like some sort of fish and the only thing you could eat was great white sharks. You know what I'm saying? It's like you risk your life every time you want a meal. You're in constant danger. That's what it's like. Don't do it, guys. Guys, listen, guys, all of y'all out here. If you've never been with a Latina, don't do it. Don't do it because you won't be able to stop. And this is going to go haywire. Except for mine is great. I'm just saying in general, mine is awesome.
See, if I was to clip this, right, after Nima gives it to me, it sounds like you're saying you're in great danger. No,
not me. I was just saying this. I'm just saying in general. You know how your friends are. You know, but like you're amazing.
Your life is a chaos. Use the word chaos.
Baby, you are baby. Me more mucho more para usted. All right. All right. I think he's got some clarification.
Vision Target Shoot is saying, I'm saying 100% online training, but with data science, analyst courses, and certification.
Man, I still don't know what the fuck that means. Does it mean he wants to do both things? No, 100% online training, but with data science? Look, nigga.
Out of 10, how much would having courses and data analysts to help boost my online training skills?
I feel like he's trolling, man.
You fucking with me?
Yeah.
I think like almost zero, man. Like, you know, like data analytics. Well, you don't need to know Python to motherfucking. You don't need to learn Python to be an online trainer, bro. Like you making this shit more complicated than it needs to be, man.
Okay, so he's saying remove the out of 10. He's saying how much would having courses in his data analyst help him boost his online training skills? Would it help him boost his online training skills if he had courses on data analyst?
No, I don't think so. It'd be like, yo, man, I want to turn this light on. Instead of hitting the switch, let me hook up a fucking nuclear reactor to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making that shit way more complicated than it needs to be, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? You're making that shit way more complicated than it needs to be. Don't do it. All right.
We got Moses.
He split he parted the sea.
This is Garcia.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
What is the best way and or software to use to build a website nowadays?
Man, I don't know why anybody would build a website from scratch like now. Like when I first started my my endeavors in entrepreneurship, online entrepreneurship, we didn't have like Shopify or ClickFunnels or what's the other one, man? They be having commercials, you know, Vix. There's another one. All them shits. We ain't have none of that shit. I had to code that shit with HTML. It's a fucking nightmare, right? And I'm lying. I didn't even code it. I did, but like, I was like the first vibe coder. So like if you hit the fucking button on Chrome, you can see the source code from our website. You can see the HTML. I copy somebody's shit, throw that shit in this software called Microsoft Dreamweaver. They don't even make that shit no more. And then I just made the edits based off his shit. That's how I started, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just replace this shit. Dreamweaver, you feel me? You got to be really old to know what that is. But I wouldn't even build a website from scratch right now. Like, honestly, it's a fruitless endeavor. Like, I would just use like one of them sites that's fucking Vix, Shopify, ClickFunnels, fucking anything except for coding, you know, that shit. If you must make your own website, I guess you can go on something like Lovable or Bolt, and then, you know, you can vibe code the shit, you know, if you needed to, but I wouldn't do it, you know. Yeah, I mean, you could Lovable or Bolt if I wanted to make one from scratch. That's what I would do right now. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
We have Ben. We had December rate cut. Can we have a bull run December Q1?
We're gonna talk about that more at 6 when Young Candlestick come through. We're gonna talk about the markets and shit, you know. But you know, December's always weird because sometimes not every year, but sometimes you see a lot of selling in December, right? Because people are trying to tax harvest. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like they're trying it because you can write off losses in the market, you know. But we're up so much that we might not see that this year, right? People might not. We'll see what happens. You know, honestly, I'm just gonna trade the chart. So I'm not sure. We'll ask Greg when he shows up, man. All right. Straight up, y'all, man. Y'all think Diddy killed Tupac? I don't know if y'all watched the 4-part documentary made by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Netflix. But he made a strong argument that Diddy killed Pac. And he might have played a role in Biggie's assassination. Maybe, right? Because it was weird, right? Like Biggie was supposed to go to London. They had been planning that shit for months. And then Diddy just called, "No, we staying." I'm just like, damn, man. Did he kill Pac and Biggie? Like, I listen, that's just allegedly. I don't even know. I'm just asking questions. And but that would make sense because okay, what if he wanted to be the biggest fucking rapper in the game right now? He would have to get the two biggest out. He ain't gonna out rap Biggie and Pac, Biggie or Pac, right? And then he comes out with an album right after, and he's the biggest. He sold the most records that year. He came out. That album was hard though. Y'all wasn't outside then. Puffy's first album was hard. That shit was hard. Fuck what you heard, you know. But Mace and a nigga named Mark Curry and Biggie wrote that whole album. That's so it makes sense why it was so hard. He had all. What? Siri thought I was talking to her. Oh fuck! Can't even say her name without her turning on. Fucking bitches. It's the AI bitches, man. Yo. Biggie, so Puff might have killed Biggie and Pac, and I don't know. I don't want to say too much, man, because this nigga a killer. And he gonna be out in 50 months. You know what I'm saying? What was that shit you was talking? I was like, fuck that. Is Greg here? All right. So we went longer than I thought we would. Pause. All right. Something I want to talk about. Let's get into it. I'm 43. And if you are in your 20s or 30s, this may be the most important video you ever watched in your whole life. Right? Because I really believe that a lot of you guys are squandering your youth, chasing empty victories, bullshitting, and you're going to fuck around and be my age with nothing to show for it if you don't pay attention. Now, I've been saying this to everyone who would listen for like 10 years, right? And sometimes people would kind of dismiss it. Then I saw this video. I want to show you this video I saw on YouTube. It's this 40-year-old man. And he had a video and he's talking about how he wasted his whole life.
I'm 40 and I wasted my life.
See? He wasted his life, man. You should watch this motherfucker's whole video, man. Look at what he's about to say. Hold on.
I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of.
See, you got the video games in the back or some shit, right? Just take note.
Pouring everything that I have into this channel because I've got nothing else. And if you're in your 20s or even your...
That's sad, right? Isn't that sad? Now, in this video, he goes on to say all the shit that he was doing wrong that made this motherfucker, what he says, that made him waste his goddamn life. I don't want that to happen to you, man, because I'm 43 and I'm rich. I'm rich. I live in a sky palace, the top of Miami, overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. I got motherfucking $100,000 watches, bad Latina girlfriend. And I'm super happy. Me and this motherfucker went down different paths. And you need to decide which path you want. Do you want to be like this motherfucker? Or do you want to be like me? Let's talk more about, let's see exactly what this motherfucker did wrong. And then I'm going to show you what you need to do right. He can't tell you what to do right, but he can tell you what to do wrong. Experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your experience. And you might want to watch this motherfucker's video.
Your early 30s and you think you've got time. I'm telling you right now, you don't.
No.
I wish I had someone in my life when I was younger, someone who actually cared enough about me and was smart enough to show me how life really worked.
It's too late for him, but I'm going to be that motherfucker for you. All right. Because I care about your bitch ass. I don't want you to be making fucking videos like this motherfucker. And he's white. White. If you can't make it in America as a white man, I don't know what to tell you. This country was literally made for you. You know what I'm saying? So my black ass can do it from the black ghetto. If you white, oh man, sky's the limit for you, brother. But it's going to work for the blacks and the Latinos too, even the Asians. All right.
How women really operated and what I actually needed to focus on. I didn't have that.
He ain't have it, man. He ain't had that. You got it now. You stumbled upon this video of a nigga watching a video telling you how to ball. But let's find out how this motherfucker failed so badly.
I was getting all of my ideas about love and success and women from movies and idiots my own age who didn't know anything at all. So there was no sense of urgency, no perspective, just vibes and dumb plans and this fantasy that everything would somehow work itself out.
Get to the point, white man. Hey, listen, when you edit this, edit out all the fucking bullshit.
And it didn't. In my 20s,
speed this shit up.
I thought I was, super deep and cool. And, because I had tattoos and, I knew some obscure bands and played drums. And I thought being different was a personality. I wasn't building anything real. I was just chasing sex and novelty, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high.
Let's go back
not
to
the
that part.
connectionality, hooking up with women wasn't building anything real. I was just chasing sex and novelty, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. I spent more time crushing on church girls who didn't like me and hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, that should sound lame as hell. Listen, And shout out to this brother. I'm glad that he fucking gave y'all this cautionary tale. All right. What he said, man, he spent time chasing fucking women, church girls, smoking cigarettes in the coffee shops. All right. And he was probably having fun. So this is the thing. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want to break down how you cannot end up like this guy. He's going to be all right. He's a white man in America. He'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If he can't, I don't know where. I don't know how you're going to do it, man. All right, wait. I don't want you to end up like him. So he was chasing women, smoking cigarettes in the coffee shop. All right. And he got nothing to show for it. And he's 40, man. Can you imagine? I don't want that to happen to you. And I fear that there's a lot of y'all who are going to end up like this unless you do what the fuck I'm about to say. I took a different path than this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All right. I wasn't chasing church girls in the coffee shop. I was chasing success. I was chasing achievement, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Before I get into this, okay, we got it's 7, so we got to do the market recap right now. I want to come back to this white man. All right. I'm sorry, it's 6, so we got to do the market recap. But then we're gonna come back to this white coffee shop man. All right. Yo, what up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter, aka King Keto, and I'm here with Young Candlestick. My man got a Series 65 chartered market technician. You know what it is, man. What the market talking about?
Let's get it. It's the Fed Day aftermath, and there's been whipsaws all over the place.
Bro.
Okay, so let's recap a little bit of what's happened over the past week. So Monday, we had a nice big up day. Tuesday, small down day. Wednesday, small down day. Yesterday, small up day because it started with a gap down. If you guys paid attention to the Tuesday market update, I was saying, hey, the S&P probably goes higher or lower by 1%. The S&P yesterday rallied 1%. Then in the overnight session, they crushed the market well underneath the lows. Then it recovered by the open, had a big dump, and I actually took a red day today on the swing trades. I actually was up by $4,000. I was shorting the market at the open. And then I had some coaching calls with some Victory Trades members. I checked back, boom, I'm down 4K by midday, $8,000 swing. The market just wants to recover. Nothing can take this market down. And it just keeps pushing higher, but it's starting with like a gap down. And so we're going to look behind the hood and see where the market may go. The S&P 500 is really, really tricky right now, but there are other markets and other stocks that are really, really outperforming, like gold, silver, some individual stocks. Those are doing great. The S&P 500 is a bit tricky right now. So moving into tomorrow, the expected move is plus or minus $3.50. So that means 2/3 of the time, we're going to be within these purple lines. So if I'm lucky enough, I can get a down day tomorrow and I can get out break even on those short trades. If not, so be it. It's just another trade.
Yeah, it's oversold today, and
overbought,
and it's up on low volume, and it's overbought. It's up on low volume, and there's a divergence on the MACD. So there's that,
it's one of those things where if a lot of the large cap tech stocks are going to be selling off, the S&P can sell off as well. We can take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ did finish the day red. So the NASDAQ is relatively weak. However, there's nothing bearish about this chart. This today had the chance to be a big down day. There was the plunge protection team. They came in and they shoveled it up and they scooped it up. And why was the NASDAQ down? Well, Oracle reported earnings yesterday. Oracle was down like 15 to 20% at the open. And so that was creating that NASDAQ weakness. So Oracle earnings absolutely tanked the stock. We can take a look at AVGO, Broadcom. Broadcom earnings did a little pump. Now it's dumping. So tomorrow could be a red day. We'll see. I'm basically just talking up my book. The market is changing its directions so frequently. But when we look at leading market indicators, the Russell 2000, the RUT, up 1.2%, fisting to the upside. So the Russell had relative weakness all the way up until that Thanksgiving week. Then we put in a tweezer bottom, and ever since then it's been rally, bull flag, rally, bull flag. Now we're in the middle of the rally. So the Russell 2000 is telling us, hey, we're broadening out. This is bullish at face value. We got to find strong stocks to go long on. And of course, I'm still going to short some weak stocks. We talked about Roblox the other day, and Roblox is still weak and down. But when we take a look at some of the large cap tech stocks, we can take a look at Google. Google is down today. Google is still my largest holding. It's just waiting for a bigger dip to buy. Microsoft. Microsoft had a small green day, but it's just been chopping around. Not really a good trading stock. We can check out Meta. Meta, small green day, found a little bit of support today. We can check out Amazon. Amazon, down slightly. So there's a lot of push-pull. We can check out Apple. Apple, down 0.25%. Basically just flat, nothing. Tesla down 1%. That's nothing for Tesla. That's nothing. So there's a lot of push-pull. And what I want to just stress is focus on the markets that are behaving well. At least for my analysis. If you're long the S&P 500, good. You know, you're crushing it. But gold is just starting to break out. Gold, beautiful bull flag right here, and the volume's rising on that breakout. I love gold, bullish call spreads, bullish calls into 2027, 2028. I think gold has at least another 20% higher. Okay. What's up?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So we've been all over gold and silver all year. The only thing is I just need to like double or triple my size on it. Look at that silver chart. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's just insane.
We're long on silver. Victory Trades members are long on silver. And I'm just holding. You know, if it dips and pulls back to support areas, these are our buy points. So if silver SLV drops 7% down to 53, that's a dip buy. Okay. That's not financial advice. That's just what I'm doing. Okay. Bitcoin, another market.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about Bitcoin.
Still in a bear flag. It's, you know, the market's way stronger than Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin just stuck in this bear flag. It could break up if risk assets really start to take off, but Bitcoin, there's a breakout setup long over 95,000. Otherwise, if you see it starting to break underneath 88K, that's going to start to trigger this bear flag. And you could see a duplicate move from that. What would that look like? That puts Bitcoin down at about 63,000.
Woo!
Yeah. So that's if Bitcoin breaks down. If it breaks up above 95K, it could see 100,000. And you'll see your altcoins start to move up along with it. So that's the take. It's contained within this bear flag. It's been really range bound, not going up too much, not going down too much. It's just kind of hanging out. Oil had a big down day earlier today. It's flirting with the support. I like oil shorts. So that's buying puts on USO. Or if you want to keep it simple, SCO is a triple levered ETF that goes up.
Okay.
And this is on the verge of a breakout, SCO. Okay. SCO long over 1992, stop 1874, and then see how much money you can make. Okay. And if it hits the stop, it hits the stop. Some other sectors. What are money managers rotating into? I pay for investment research and take a look at that. Consumer staples. They're starting to rotate into XLP. Okay. So what are some of my favorite stocks in XLP? Well, I gave you guys the Target long over 92, Target exploding today, up 5.7%. It's a bit of a chase though up here. That's the tricky part about this market is it's going to reward bad behavior buying up here. It's going to reward bad behavior and it may work out. The other option is just to sit out and trade other markets. You know, futures trading was amazing this morning. Brandon had
Yo, show him.
I was.
So guys, we trade futures every morning in the in Victory Trades Discord, and you know we share our screens, we call out our trades, and show him.
Yeah. So Brandon, he's about to pass his 150K account. He's just been trading live with us every single day. We got Simas Vizak making 2.1K. This is a great environment for futures trading. And Apex is doing that 90% off sale. Normally,
if you want to get so we trade with funded accounts. We don't trade with our own money, and we use a prop firm called Apex Trader Funding. And if you use code King Keto, you get fucking crazy deal. It's like this best deal of the year.
Yep. It's the best deal because it's $20 for an evaluation. Normally it's like $90, $100. And so it's like, this is the time to load up, get 10 accounts, get 20 accounts for $400. Boom. If you get one payout of $2,000 times 20 accounts, that's 40 grand.
That's time to load up. Yeah.
Like that's no joke. Now I'm not saying it's easy and that everybody can do it.
That's Prezi today?
Yeah. Prezi, boom. Over 10
that was
grand.
Yesterday.
11 grand pretty much.
That was yesterday, right?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. That
was yesterday.
So it goes to our live chat.
Yeah.
So this is our live chat today. Nice. Keep going. Go show some wins, man. All right.
Jacob over here, $500.
Yeah.
I put up some good numbers. I actually made even more. I got some more funded accounts today as well, which is cool.
All right. I made 6 grand. So I trade with 20 accounts at once, right? So I got 20 funded accounts, and I use a trade copier. So it copies all of them. Apex allows you to have 20 accounts at the same time. So I have 150 accounts, and I traded with all 20 of those today.
Yep.
Yeah. So
you can tell it's Brandon. Look, you can see him in the background.
You see me in the Yo. If you guys want to learn how to do this, we're doing a live training this Wednesday at 8 p.m. where we'll show you exactly how we trade futures, how we make money trading futures, and how we get funded accounts, and show you how to do it too. It's going to be free at 8 p.m.
Yeah, definitely. Come check it out. Here, I'm going to do this. So futures, it's a great environment for futures. You know, long, shorts, anything in between. If you're looking for other stocks that I like longer term, Upwork is what I've been talking about. Upwork benefits from rate cuts. And I've been talking about this stock ever since 19. Broke out from 19, retested at 19, now sitting at 22. I think that this stock can get at least up to $30 per share. So again, Upwork, it's like contract work. And as the job market deteriorates, more and more people are going to be looking for freelance work on Upwork.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and it's a lean business model. It's a bullish stock. So I like this for the wheel. If you could get a retest buy at 21, that's great. If you could get it at 20, that's great. If you could get it at 18, that's great. The stop on Upwork has got to be underneath about 16. So as long as it's above 16, you can ride this trend up to $30 per share. Okay. T1 Energy. The stock is down today, but it recovered well. The stock is only down because they do what's called an offering. So when a stock does an offering, they sell shares on the open market and it raises capital on their balance sheet. So it's like they pulled money from the stock price to reinvest in its business. So because they're pulling money out, the stock actually has to drop from that offering, but it's bullish long-term because they actually have capital to reinvest. So they're double downing on their business. Okay. So that's TE, EOSE. I still like this stock. I said I like it for the wheel. Look at that. At pretty much every stock you see started off with the gap down and a sell-off and then just ripped all day. So it just means as long as it holds above those breakout points, if you could sell 15 strike cash secured puts on EOSE and be welcoming to assignment, I think the stock can get up to $30 per share or higher at least a year from now. Okay. So you can get the cash flow and you can potentially double your money on this stock. That's not financial advice, just what I'm looking at. I think there's a better chance of EOSE doubling than Bitcoin doubling. You know, so that's another thing. NBIS, another stock I've been talking about, riskier growth AI data center stock. Wait for a break above 103. Okay. If you see it break above 103 with volume, that looks really, really good. If you're looking for a short to protect your portfolio, look at Roblox. Roblox is down while the market is up. I told you guys it's setting up a short. And yesterday had a huge down day, down 6% in one day. And I got Victory Trades members in more short on Roblox near the 99 level. So Roblox, I'm targeting this 80 level. So it protects a portfolio and it can potentially still drop even if the market continues to go up. One other short setup, it's not my favorite. It still needs to confirm weakness. This is breaking out on volume, is Visa. Visa had a massive green day.
Yeah.
I think that this is just straight order flow and this is thin liquidity. I like buying a put on Visa, but I'm waiting for real-time confirmation. Okay. At face value, that is bullish. But even if some of this candle gets retraced, a 2 or 3% drop, and you have a put or two, you can make $1,000.
Right.
So those are the main things I want to cover. The market's in a tricky spot. They want you to buy high, sell higher, and then one day they'll rug pull it. But for now, it's buy high, sell higher. Gold and silver, I really, really like. Bitcoin, waiting for a little bit more clarity, and then buying those relatively strong stocks, short the relatively weak stocks.
I got some questions. If y'all got questions for Greg, y'all can post them here, but there's a few that I want you to look at. XLF, bro.
Yeah. So XLF, breakout to all-time highs. Just pressed up, keeps going. I personally am not going to long this, but you totally could. If you are going to go long the XLF, take a look at something like Goldman Sachs, GS. But even then, retest buys are better. Retest buys Goldman Sachs at 841. But XLF, I think the best way to play that is just to wheel it. Sell cash secured puts, get assigned, sell covered calls. If you don't get assigned, just keep selling cash secured puts. But yeah, XLF is a decent weight in the S&P 500. And with it breaking out to all-time highs, that's bullish. It's either a breakout and it's strong. That's the most likely scenario as of right now. Or it's a false breakout and this is all just a bunch of bullshit price action before a larger than average drop.
All right. Let's go SMH.
Oh, semiconductor, another leading market indicator. Relatively weak with the NASDAQ just a little bit. AVGO earnings are gapping this down just a little bit right now, but not a lot. No red flags on SMH. It's a little bit up there. You know, this has been a really extended run, but semiconductors are the future. We need semiconductors to do everything. Our computers, our cars, a lot of infrastructure requires semiconductors, and there's no stopping this gain train until and unless it starts putting in lower highs and lower lows. So SMH, a leading market indicator, I'd say neutral / bullish right now. Russell, bullish. That's a leading market indicator. Bitcoin is neutral. That's a leading market indicator. The transports, leading market indicator. IYT, that's green and hitting all-time highs. That's bullish. So there's more columns in the bull camp. Today had the chance to be a big red day because the market had trapped buyers with its gap down. However, sellers could not maintain those lower highs. So everything changed pretty much midday. And then they just grinded it and squeezed it into the close.
Yeah, it's intense. I think you got some questions. You got some questions.
We had December rate cut. Can we have a bull run December /Q1?
I'm using the bathroom while you answer that.
Yeah. So based on the charts, the way they are right now, they're signaling it. There's no stopping this until and unless you see the market breaking critical supports. So that's really underneath today's low. The market is bullish. So I think it's tricky to position yourself for that because you are buying high. But the thing is the trend is up. The trend is your friend until the very end. We haven't seen the end just yet. So that's my take. I think the best way to capture a bull run is to be long on those stocks that I mentioned, Upwork, TE, EOSE. Another one is Unity stock. If this could pull back to 46, that could be a potential entry point. Google, I like that stock. Some consumer staples stocks. We can take a look at XLU utilities. That found some support right here. Okay. So picking your stocks carefully is going to be key. You could just go with the S&P 500, the SPX, SPY. Just understand that the market is seeming fishy to me. This is one of those things where every little short selling opportunity is getting stuffed to the upside. And when that happens, what it does is it creates many green days in a row. And then you get one big dump day, like this. Big dump day from high to low. S&P 500 dropped almost 4%. And it wipes out 2 weeks worth of price action. This dump candle right here wiped out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This wiped away half a month in just one day. But in between then, it just has those consistent green days. And so I think we're in that environment where we can see green day, big red day, back to the big small green days, Focus on the sectors that you have higher conviction in. So I have much higher conviction in gold going up than the market going up or down. I don't have too strong of an opinion on the market, but I do have a strong opinion on gold and silver. So that's my take on that, Ben Shaw. Let me know if you have any further questions. Thanks for the super chat. Truly Allen's. Let's check it out. Young Candlestick. Thoughts on Goff, AVAV, CCJ, Carmen. Let's check it out. So I'm going to do a little bit of a speed run. So GOF. So GOF, lots of volatility here. Notice how the graph goes from the top left to the bottom right. Trends tend to continue until and unless they change. I have to assume that this downtrend will continue. So knowing that, it means that any green days tend to get sold into, okay? You need to get a really strong trend change to get this to recover. If I'm assuming you're bullish. I don't know if you are bullish or bearish. There's a short setup underneath the lows. This is a descending triangle. Lower highs, flat bottom, okay? This is a bear pennant that broke cleanly. Clean bear pennant. You go short at the break of the pennant. Stop loss goes above here. You make money as it drops. I personally would not touch this one. I don't know too much about it fundamentally, but that's just based off the chart that I see. Keep an eye on that pennant or that descending triangle. It breaks down if it breaks those lows. If it breaks those lower highs, it could squeeze up. But this is an ugly chart. Whenever you see big drops like this, that's just not good. Stock was at 15 and then comes down to 11. Nah. So that's GOF. Let's check out AVAV.
Nah.
Again, relatively weak. It is at support. It is at the point of control. So your risk to reward is good for a long. The probability of profit is lower though because of this recent weak trend. Okay. Great strength, then big weakness. Volume has been all over the place, but there's not a lot of eyeballs on the stock. So that's AVAV. CCJ, I am bullish CCJ. This is uranium. I've been talking about uranium for a while. Again, the entry gets tricky up here, but if you can buy some shares and hold them for a couple of years, I think that you can see more highs on CCJ. What I like better than CCJ is just the uranium ETF, URA. That's holding support. And this has a better buy location than CCJ. Let's check out KRMN. KRMN, this one looks a little bit better. Nice breakout. Nice retest right over here. You see that? And look, it's just starting to break out today. So this in and of itself is a buy signal. That right there. And how far can it go? Well, there's a gap right here. This big red candle. It's 74.89. The first time that you test a gap, the more likely it is to be resistance. After that, though, you don't want to molest the move, you know? And so, it likely breaks through resistance if it tries to retest it again. So this one looks all right. KRMN, long right here. Stop goes as a daily close underneath 63. So you have 8% of risk and you've got 8% of reward before the first resistance. And it could go further than that, but take it candle by candle. That's what we got.
That's it.
That's it.
There's one more. There's another one.
Chris Attempta, can you review Ethereum? So Tom Lee thinks that Ethereum can hit all-time highs by end of January.
Is that right?
If he's right, you can make 50% in a month and a half. Man, I mean, it's possible. Ethereum is looking a little bit stronger than Bitcoin. Ethereum, nice breakout over here. And it did hit that retest point and it's been slowly climbing back up. As long as it can hold this like higher low trend action over here, it can probably grind higher. Okay. Bitcoin or Ethereum is looking stronger than Bitcoin. I think the best way to play it is just don't try to trade this short term. Stick with your long term stuff. If you don't have any Ethereum, maybe you buy a little bit. If you've got enough Ethereum to your liking, it's a hold. It's not a buy or a sell.
All right. All right. Listen, guys, if you want to learn how to trade with us, man, start getting this money with us. We trade futures every morning. If you want to learn how to trade, we're doing a live training this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Click the link in the description. Make sure you register. It's going to be dope. We're going to show you how to trade without having to spend your own money, how you get traded with a prop firm, how you can get funded with a prop firm and trade with their money. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be dope. All right. Holla at y'all.
Right. Peace out.
Right. Later, Greg. Yeah. I think I got some super chats.
We have Eric Rodriguez. Would you recommend buying a ticket to Patrick Davis Biz Planning Seminar tomorrow for $300 as a new business owner? I run a smart circle office, 21 years old, profiting about $3K per week. I want to get to $500K a month by 30. Any advice?
So first of all, man, congratulations on your success. You know, I don't know enough about what Patrick's talking about to make a fair assessment. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. I don't even know what his program is or his seminar. I ain't been keeping up with the homie like that. So I can't speak to that. But you run a small circle office, 21 years old, probably. I mean, yo, man, congratulations on your success, man. Copying 3K a month by 30. Any advice on how to get to 500K a year? You got to get to, hey man, you got to get to 40K a month. You know what I'm saying? That'll put you there. I would need to know more about your business to make I would love to help you, especially you put that $50 on. But I would just need to know if you want to put a follow. He put $50. If you put a follow up there, I'll do my best to answer. But like, I need more context of your business. How do you acquire customers? This is what you type. Hey, how do you acquire customers? What's the lifetime value customer? How much is your cost of acquisition? All right. And yeah, let me know those, and then I can probably give you some more insight. What else we got?
We have Teresa. I work in NYC, and our agency is requiring 3 times a week in office. In addition to that, my work volume has increased, ending work at 7 p.m. lately. I want to establish my own income with RE in 2026. How can I break up my time?
Sounds like I want to believe RE stands for real estate, you know. But again, sometimes we got to decode this shit, you know. It's all good. It's all good, Teresa. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a woman. So we got this 2 women watching us, man. We breaking into new markets. We got Teresa and my girlfriend. Those are the ladies. You got to go in 3 times a week. Man, I remember a day when you had to go to the office 5 days a week. Remember those days? Seemed like just yesterday. How do you break up? The question is, how does she break up her time? All right, so listen here, Teresa. What you need to do is you need to start. And maybe you do this already, but the only way
said yes to real estate.
All right. What you need to do, you got to plan every hour of every day in your calendar. Like, plan every hour of every day in your calendar. It's going to take some sacrifice to do this shit on the side, right? So you're going to have to give up certain things. You know, you're going to look at your calendar, like plan out, figure out how much. First, put everything in your calendar that you have to do now, whether it's gym, I don't know if you got kids, you know, sleep, eating food, meals, and your work. Put that all in your calendar, and then see where the white space is. And then in the white space is where you're going to have to put in the time you devote to real estate. That's how it's going to work. And, you know, I talk about this all the time, man. Plan every hour of every day in your calendar. That is the way to see you accomplish way more than almost everyone you know. If you plan every hour of every day, like really be strategic about your days instead of freestyling. And you're going to have to find where the white space is on your calendar and fill it up. Fill it up with things that help you accomplish your goals. And, you know, a lot of times people find that difficult because it's not doing the things that people find difficult. In my experience, it's the things they have to give up, right? The sacrifice, right? So you're not going to be able to watch every show like everyone else. You know, if people going to be talking about Love Island, you ain't going to know shit about what's going on, man. You know, you ain't going to be knowing about, you're not going to know what's going on with your favorite fucking sports team, athletic organization. You're not going to see every movie, you know, you're going to miss most of that shit. And that's where you really find out who really wants it, you know, because they might not want it more than they want to stop watching TV, right? And that's okay. They just got to make peace with that. They might not want it more than they want to miss the parties or the function, barbecues, or luckily it's winter in NYC, so that's a good time to like to lock in. You know, summer is when it's gonna be hard, Teresa. You know, when it first, because you know what it's like. If y'all ain't never lived in New York, man, when it first breaks 70, it's like the whole city wakes up. It's a beautiful time. And then you grinding while everybody else is meeting at the spot for, like, you know what I'm saying, drinks or brunch and all that. And you're gonna be missing that shit because you're gonna be working. That's what's gonna separate the winners from the losers, you know, in this game, you know. And we'll see. That's when we'll find out how bad you want to go into real estate. And I'm not saying you don't. I don't know you, right? But I'm saying you'll find out a lot about yourself during those. Just remember, I said this. You know, when all the other shit comes up, when spring hits in New York, I can speak this. I lived in New York for 15 years. When spring hits and motherfuckers start having cookouts and barbecues and shit is popping, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you'll find out. You know, you'll find out a lot about yourself there. Now it's easy. So now you want to start building those habits, you know, because it's a little easier now because it's fucking freezing in New York, I would imagine. I left a long time ago to never return. At least not during the winter. All right. So good luck. Hey, good luck to you, sister. We all rooting for you, man. The culture is rooting for you. All right. What else we got?
We have Chris. What's the best exercise for biceps?
That's an interesting way to spell it. I got you though. So I don't know if this is the best. There is no best, right? You want to do a combination of things. So here's what I would do. Chin ups, right? Under grip, right? But here's the thing. Extend your arms when you do them to focus on the back. So when you're doing any kind of back exercise, if you want to focus on the back, then you want to shoot your hands kind of like hooks almost, right? And pull from your shoulders, and you're trying not to engage your biceps so you don't lock out your biceps. Now, let's say you want to engage your biceps, right? This is how you turn it into something like a compound exercise. Chin ups, but fully extend your biceps. Straight, and then bring them in. You know what I'm saying? And put your thumb around. Oh, that's another thing. Put your thumb around. So if you don't want to focus on if you want to focus on that back, you know, working that back, you know what I'm saying? If you put your thumbs, then I'll put my thumbs over here, right? So my hands are more like hooks, and it will engage the bicep less. But if you want to engage the bicep more, throw that thumb around there, man. Go ahead and throw that thumb around there, you know, and then you fully extend your bicep, then pull up, right? Mike Menser used to do, he said lat pull downs that way was the best way to do it. I'll just do chin ups because whatever. Now you also want to do regular bicep curls, you know, with the barbell you can, or the easy bar curl. That's my preference, right? With the easy bar, because that's more natural, I think. Here's the thing. Don't fucking cheat, homie. This is a lot for $2, right? But whatever. We start talking about biceps, I get excited. You getting your money's worth. Huh?
He gave 7, actually. $4.99. Same question with the 2.
Okay. All right.
He fixed the typo.
Yeah, and he fixed the typo. So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, when you lose, don't lose the lesson, brother. All right. So a lot of times I see people doing curls and they fucking cheating. Like when you see me do curls, my form is strict, right? My elbows stay locked, like it's fucking pasted to my fucking here. It doesn't move. You motherfuckers do bicep curls like this, and now you're working your fucking front delt, right? You're lifting it up there. You're cheating, right? Or they start swinging their back. Motherfuckers be doing that shit, and they lifting it with their work their lower back. At that point, you're not really working bicep. You working lower back. You working that back. You don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here putting your back into it. You can do it, put your back into it. Nah, man. You gotta just keep your elbows right here and go over here. Don't be working that back. You know what I'm saying? Backing it up. Nah. And then you keep your torso erect, pause, and then just go like boom, boom. Now, then you do another exercise. Let me show you what I do. So look at my wrist. You can do this at home. Put your hand like this, and then flick at the wrist. Don't flex. Just flick your wrist. Turn your wrist. Look at my bicep moving. That's not me flexing. That's just me turning my wrist. This is me flexing. Oh, I didn't mean to scare anybody. Oh, Jesus, look at that. God damn. All right, that's a flex. This is just me flicking the wrist. Do it at home. Right now, just flick your wrist like this. You'll see your bicep move. because your bicep is responsible for that flick of the wrist, right? So what I like to do is have an exercise that incorporates that. So I'll get my favorite one for this is I get the cable rope. I get the rope and I do rope curls, but I come up and then I move him to the side. So it's like this kind of motion. So you kind of with it like the shape of a uterus, and then you bring it out to the side because that gives you the flick of wrist. It's like a uterus curl, little uterus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and and I like that. I like that one a lot. My man said autocorrect. Man, autocorrect did not put that's auto incorrect, brother. There's no way it put fucking 4 P's in bicep.
Well, now we got $2 more from Chris.
But shout out to the money. Anyway, you want to have a little flick of the wrist in there, you know what I'm saying? And then because your bicep is responsible for that, right? So you want to incorporate at least one exercise that does that. You do those 3 things, you're gonna get a bigger. You'll get some good bicep growth. But the most important thing is the diet, man. You can't out train a bad diet. Make sure you're getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You're gonna be all right, brother. And take some creatine, brother. At least 5 grams if you a bitch, right? But if you like me, man, fucking 20 grams.
You also have a video breaking it down too.
I got girl.
Is a short.
Girl, you smart and beautiful.
Here we go. All right, we got Amazon. This one's confusing. Amazon Kong Huang, because I don't know if he's Hispanic or the Khan, you know.
Right. Maybe he Asian and Hispanic. That's a cool mix. You don't see that every day.
But I like this comment. He says he's an Amazon store owner here. I once joined your live and told you my goal was to hit 100K a month sales. I hit 111K this November. Thank you again for all the advice.
Oh, I think I remember this dude. I think it was when I was doing a call-in show. I did a live call-in and he called in and we was talking about, yo, man, shout out to you, brother. That's what's up, man. Let's go. I remember he looked Latino to me. He had Latino eyes.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I think he was like Latino.
All right, we got Steven. Oh, we know this one, what this person is. All right, for rope curls, how far up do you pull?
Hey, man, you just do the natural shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as your shit goes, without doing this shit, don't move your fucking elbow. Don't move your fucking, because then now you're working your shoulder, you're working that front delt, and definitely don't move your back. Start swinging, motherfuckers be doing curls like. Motherfuckers be looking like Magic Mike or Chris Brown or some shit, man. Like looking like you're horny. Let's do it. Don't do that. That's not what you want to do. You want to stay like a machine. See how my elbow's not moving? You might have to lower the weight. But here's the thing: it's like some people will do that on their last reps, but it's like, yo, man, you hit failure. Like the reason I don't have a bunch of injuries is because I always lift with perfect form. And if I can't lift it with perfect form, I stop the exercise. You know what I'm saying? I don't do another lift. I don't do another rep, or I'll lower the weight and get more reps out. But I don't start cheating because if you have to cheat, that means you hit failure. And now you're using other muscles. To get the weight up. And you ain't working your bicep, brother. You working, motherfuckers turn bicep curls into a full body workout. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So Amazon, he was Mexican.
Yup.
We ain't know that. All right. And then we have Eric. We got Eric with the follow-up, $20. He's the one that gave in the 50 earlier, right? A Smart Circle office is independently owned marketing company that sells products for large clients like AT&T. Hard to explain with the character limit. Can you Google? But how do I know the business I'm in supports my goals? Damn.
Well, listen, like again, I would need to know. I didn't need to know what the business is. I needed to know your lifetime value of your customer and your cost of acquisition and your main customer acquisition channels. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. So that's what I would need to know to get. Otherwise, it's just like, otherwise I'm gonna just tell you fucking anything, right? And I could do that, you know, just say anything, but I don't want to do that, you know. It's a good book you should read though. It's called Ready, Fire, Aim. That book is good. What else? I think that might help you where you're at right now. What else we got?
I'm gonna assume this is Nathan with an R, right then. How do you decide whether to go for a practical business like consulting?
IT. He meant to say IT, I think. Yeah.
And they put that in caps. Oh, he put it in caps afterwards. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Try that again. How do you decide whether to go for a practical business like IT consulting versus creative business like fashion? What's a framework I can use? ? I have IT skills now, but not sure if I want that life path, period.
Yeah, what he said, you know what I'm saying? It consulting. I thought like you an it consulting. You're gonna consult the clown, the killer clown, you know what I'm saying? There's only one of them. So I was like, but when we said, oh, it's IT, all right. You know what I'm saying? IT. Look, man, I stay away from everything that's in the arts personally because it's too subjective, and like fashion is too subjective. It's just subjective, you know. And I don't like businesses that revolve around the arts because I consider fashion the arts, right? And I just don't like it because, you know, for example, I can see a sweater and I think that's the dopest sweater ever. Like, yo, that sweater is fucking fire. And someone else could think that sweater is whack. And we're both right? Because it's subjective, right? But IT consultant, hey man, you either fucking help them improve their business or not. The numbers don't lie, right? So that would be my preference, man. Always fuck with something that's objective instead of subjective. You know what I'm saying? Because fashion, the arts in general, just like shit is not always better that's successful, right? It's what people think is cool. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to, for me, it's hard to work like that, the way my mind works. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay.
Who's on a roll? We got Truly Allens. I had a nightmare. I was smoking weed again. Am I evolving?
Yeah. This motherfucker asked me to interpret his dreams. Hey, listen, man, I fuck with you, brother. You probably black unless that's AI. You know what I'm saying? So let's look here, brother. I ain't the nigga who's gonna interpret your dreams for you, man. You gonna have to find one of them, like a white girl with dreadlocks, or one of them black girls who dress like Erykah Badu, or like a sorcerer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could find like a sorcerer or some shit. But in my experience, man, dreams don't mean nothing, right? I had a dream once that I ate some gum that was made of weed, and I started flying around the south side of Chicago. Promise you that meant nothing. As most dreams do. You know what I'm saying? My girl be having dreams about me. I was like, and she was like, you ain't supposed to dream about me. You're not allowed to dream about me. And she still be doing it, man. Insubordination is what it is. My dreams mean nothing, homie. Unless you find like a white girl with dreadlocks who can like interpret that shit for you. They got those powers.
We have Connor.
Yeah.
What business? What business? What businesses? What businesses would you look to start if you have a strong background in sales? Looking to start something that still leaves my mornings free for trading.
The thing is, like, you can, if you know how to do sales, you can do anything, right? You know, it's like it's one of those cornerstone skills. If you're good at sales, I might just keep doing sales, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you can do remote sales, I might just keep doing that if you're good at it, you know, because sales, you get a lot of the upsides of entrepreneurship without all of the downsides, right? Because with sales is just one part of the business. It's the most important part, right? But then if you start a business, now you gotta know marketing. You gotta know you gotta be good at customer service. You might have to learn how to run ads. You might, and it's fine, right? You can do all that. But if you're good at sales, sometimes I envy my salespeople. I'll be like, these motherfuckers, man, they got the best part of the job without all the fucking headache. You know, so I might just fucking trade and do sales like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. All right. Hey, let's get back into the lesson for the day. All right. If you're just joining us, before we did those super chats in the market update, I was going over this video of this white man who said he's 40 and he wasted his life. He's saying don't make mistakes. And a lot of this shit he was saying, I'll just run back at one of the parts real quick.
You know, hooking up with women because I was addicted. I thought being different was a personality. I wasn't built.
He said he had nothing to show for it. He's 40 years old, man. Ain't got no house, no wife, no money. All he got is motherfucking this Fortnite machine and this microphone and whatever he's recording this shit on.
Building anything real. I was just chasing sex and novelty, you know, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. You know, I spent more time crushing on church girls who didn't like me and hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes, drinking lattes and, you know, going to parties.
Man, you spend all your time drinking lattes and at the coffee shop with some church hoes. Next thing you know, you're 40 years old, man, making YouTube videos about how your life sucks. I don't want that to happen to you. I'm 43 and I'm balling out of control, doing great. Fantastic, man. My motherfucking watch costs more than your house. You know what I'm saying? And and I'm not trying to shit on this motherfucker. I'm glad he made this video because I just felt like a lot of people, when I was telling people this, you need to focus when you're young. I was telling people to focus when they're young, and then people were kind of just like not fucking feeling me. So I'm glad this man made this video about it. All right. So I'm gonna show you. Now we took two different paths. He was drinking lattes, smoking cigarettes with church women, church girls, chasing church girls, right? And I was grinding, man. And I'm gonna show you my path, what I did to be 43, multi-millionaire, and some of the differences between the two, right? All right. So the first thing you want to do to make it, if you're in your 20s, your 30s, first thing you want to do to make sure that your life is successful by the time you're my age is you first need to understand that your 20s and 30s count, right? I know you think you have all the time in the world, but no, it counts now. What you do now is going to affect your future. So, for example, the life you're living now is a reflection of all the decisions you made in the past. It's the sum of everything you did in the past. So if you want your future to be better than your present, you're going to probably have to do things that are different than you've been doing in the past, right? If you want your future to be better than your past. And what we need to do is set like aggressive goals for your life. And we need to set like long-term goals, not just short-term goals, but long-term goals. Because most of the things that you enjoy in the short term are bad for you in the long term. And vice versa. You think about your diet, right? You motherfuckers eating candies and cakes like children, and it's delicious in the short term, but in the long term, that leads you to looking gross, right? You fuck around, you got diabetes or something later on the line because you was eating all them candies and cakes, right? But if you think in long term, then you might say, yo, man, let me get that protein and maybe some vegetables, right? And down in the long term, it's gonna be good for me. Or like alcohol feels great right now, but even as early as tomorrow, you're not gonna feel as good, right? So you need to think long-term focus. That's the very first thing, is to set long-term aggressive goals. And there's a quote I heard a long time ago. I think it was from Brian Tracy or one of them motherfuckers. And he said, people overestimate what they can accomplish in a year and underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years, right? Think about that. Think about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, there was no motherfucking AI. Now we all use that shit every day. It's taking over the job market. It's changing the world. We didn't even have that shit 5 years ago. 5 years ago, we was all wearing masks. You know what I'm saying? Because of the pandemic, right? Everything is different now, right? So a lot can change in 5 years. Now, a lot can change in your life in 5 years, though, as well, if you put in the fucking effort. You put in the work. So set long-term aggressive goals, 5 to 10 years from now, right? And when you're thinking about that, you can think really, really big. And it should be so big that it's scary. The goals you set should be almost intimidating. And here's why. They should be almost intimidating, and they should be things that you can't accomplish now with your current skill set. Because if you only set goals based around your current skill set, then they won't force you to grow, right? But if you set goals that are bigger than what you can accomplish now, they're going to force you to grow and expand. So that's first one. Set big goals that force you to grow, expand, learn more, and become a better person, right? Step 2, you need to make money a priority, right? It's not a side quest. It needs to be a fucking priority. It needs to be the main thing. It needs to be the main thing. Because let's go back to what this motherfucker said. The very first thing he said, he didn't talk about all the fucking church hoes he fucked. He said,
thing that I have into this channel.
He said,
40, and I wasted my life. I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of. I'm pouring everything.
Right. He started it off on some money shit, right? If he had a fucking extra $1 million or so, he'd feel real great about it, his life right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you need to make it like your main priority. You can still focus on you can still do other things, right? You can still lift weights. You can still have a hobby, I guess, right? But your main focus needs to be getting money, right? Because check this out. Let's say you're 20 right now and you're watching this. If you invested an extra $2,000 in something simple like the S&P 500, which has an annual return of 10 years, right? Which has an annual return of 10%. If you put $2,000 in it every month for 20 years, by the time you're 40, you'd have $1.3 million, right? He ain't do that. He was drinking lattes at the coffee shop with the church girls who was curbing him. Wasn't time well spent, right? Because that's how you get rich. The way you get rich, listen to me, pay attention. Come here, pay attention. You get rich, pay attention. You get rich, make more money than you spend, and invest the difference. If you do that for a long enough period of time, you will get rich, right? And there's a few things you can invest it in. You can invest it in the stock market, you can invest it in real estate, or you can invest it in your own business, right? Those are the 3 things, right? Now, you probably need to make more, make more money in order to do this, right? So now you got to develop skills. So that's the next thing you need to do. You got to develop skills. So pick one high income skill. And I want you to focus at least 2 hours a day on developing that skill. Skill acquisition needs to be one of your main things that you're focusing on in your 20s. Getting good at something, right? In my 20s, I got good at sales. And then in my 30s, in my early 20s, in my late 20s, early 30s, I got good at marketing, running ads and shit like that, copywriting. So you need to pick one skill to focus on right now. Once you get proficient at, you can start stacking skills. But some high income skills you can focus on now are sales, maybe fucking media editing, data analytics, data science, even coding. Like, I know coding, AI is kind of taking over a lot of coding, but if you know Python, if you know how to code now, you're still valuable, right? Because vibe coding, any of y'all vibe coded, you ain't vibe coding motherfucking Shopify. You ain't vibe coding Spotify right now, right? You don't have to use like real code for that shit. You know, high ticket, some sort of high ticket coaching. That's a skill you can develop. I have a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. If you want to learn how to do online training, that's where I made my first $1 million. And I was 32. I would have did it earlier, but we ain't have internet in my 20s. Like, legit, we ain't have like the internet or social media when I was 20 years old. When I was 20 years old, Facebook didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So like, it would have happened earlier if I had the advantages you have, right? And so if you want to learn how to do online training, I got a free ebook in the description. It's called The 10 Commandments of Online Training, right? But whatever it is, pick your fucking skill and spend at least 2 hours a day on building that skill, which is taking courses, reading books, practicing, getting feedback, getting a mentor, or even getting a job doing the thing you want to get better at, because that way you get instant feedback, right? Whatever it is, you need to spend at least 2 hours a day on that, all right? The third thing you need to do is, the next thing you need to do is really focus on building your body. You do not want to wait till you're fucking my age to start getting in shape. It's easier to stay in shape when you're old than it is to get in shape when you're old, right? I couldn't imagine being fat and trying to get in shape at age 40. It's way more difficult, right? It's way more difficult. But if you get in shape in your 20s and 30s, right, and you just stay in shape, you're going to live longer, you're going to look younger, you're going to have more energy, right? It's very important. I want you to think about an investment in your future. And here's the thing. Here's something you don't know. A lot of you guys want to have kids someday, right? Have some offspring. And there's something called epigenetics. And there's studies that show that the physical fitness of a parent, especially the father, during the time of conception actually affects the DNA of the offspring. So if you are healthier and more fit when you conceive your children, then their DNA is going to be more robust, and you will actually pass on some of those athletic traits to your kids. This is no bullshit. It's epigenetics. There's a lot of studies on this shit. So if you wait to motherfucking get it, if you all fat and shit and you have a fat baby, you have babies, man, your kids, you're gonna be giving him a genetic disadvantage. And also, you want to have fun with your kids, right? Like I take my son to the park or to the trampoline park or the fucking amusement park, and we running around. I'm doing shit with them. Where the other fat dads my age or even younger, they sitting down tired being fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there at the dodgeball shit playing with the kids, no drizzy. And I'm hitting the motherfucking, I play dodgeball with this motherfucker's kids. I'm raising this motherfucker's kids because he fat. Then I got to take the ball and hit him upside the head. Teach him about life. Now I got to teach this kid lessons because his daddy fat. Don't let that be you. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you need to do is, man, don't focus on women so much, man. Don't focus on women so much, man. You need to focus on your goals. Women can wait. Women can wait, man. If you're in shape and you got money when you're in your late 30s or 40s, then you'll be able to get better women than you could have got when you was 20 and poor. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. And then you won't have to fucking chase them as much. You won't be getting curved as much. You're going to be like the prize. It's like I see the red pill guys saying, oh man, you got to be the prize. You got to be the prize. Motherfucker, you can't be the prize if you ain't fucking the man. Like, you don't have to act like the prize if you really are the man, or at least a prize, right? Like, I'm not saying your experience with women is going to be way different when you're older and you're in great shape and you got some motherfucking money and your skills, and you're a capable man, right? Your experience with women is going to be way different than what these guys fucking complain about, you know? Like, the red pill guys, man, they have all these fucking rules for how to interact with women. They have all these rules. And it's like, if you just focus on becoming the man, you'll realize, oh, I don't have to follow these rules. These rules were made because of motherfuckers like me. Like, you'll be the reason the rules exist. Without going into too much detail, some of y'all can read between those lines, right? If you're the man, you are the reason. Red pill guys don't want their girls to dress a certain way. Right? If you like, it'll be because of motherfuckers like you, you know. But if you're not a motherfucker, if you're not that kind of guy, then you have to do more mate guarding behaviors. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, you know. I don't know. When I was younger, there was a song. Jay-Z had a song called "Is That Your Bitch," featuring Twista and Missy Elliott, and it starts off with Sean, American poet Sean Carter said, "Don't get mad at me. I don't chase him. I duck him." No, he said, "Don't get mad at me. I don't love him. I fuck him. I don't chase him. I duck him. I replace him with another one." Right? That should be you. But right now you chasing them like this guy was talking about, man. He was chasing church girls at the coffee shop. Spending all this time at the coffee shop drinking lattes, chasing church girls. That's like the antithesis of what Jay-Z was talking about, the way he instructed us to behave, you know. But that's what you got to do if you don't focus on becoming the man, you know. Next thing you need to do is you have to weaponize time. You have to weaponize your time, right? Once you have your long-term goals set up, you have to realize that your main advantage when you're young is energy, right? You're more robust. You have more vigor when you're young, right? Your main, so it's vigor and time. Those are the things you want to use to your advantage and weaponize them. So you got to start planning every hour of every day in your calendar, right? Here's something that's going to happen. Once you start planning every hour of every day in your calendar and you fill it with things that will accomplish the long-term goals we set earlier, right? Your physical fitness and your income, right? I mean, what else is there when you're young, right? You ain't got kids, right? Physical fitness and income, right? Those should be your main goals. And you fill your whole calendar up with that. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen, player. You won't have to worry about getting rid of vices. You won't have to worry about stopping your bad habits, right? You won't have to worry about none of that shit because you won't have time to do it. Because your calendar will be filled up with productive shit. You will almost automatically get rid of all your bad habits, right? You're not going to put fucking in your calendar weed smoking Call of Duty sessions, right? Nah, you know, it's going to be like crowded out, right? You're not going to put chase church hoes at the coffee shop, right? You know what I'm saying? You're going to have shit that you're going to be too busy to do all that shit, right? And then here's the thing. Once you start planning every hour of every day in your calendar, not only do you get rid of almost all your bad habits on accident, let me get into that for a second. I stopped smoking weed and drinking. It wasn't like a declaration. It wasn't like, man, I need to stop smoking weed. I need to stop drinking. That shit happened on accident because my calendar was full and I was living out my calendar and I was chasing victory instead of chasing dopamine. And once I did that, I just noticed, oh man, I haven't drank in mad long. I hadn't smoked the OG Kush, Zaza in fucking almost a year. It happened on accident because I was so fucking busy focusing on my goals. I didn't have to make some big declaration or start putting on, checking off the days. Hey man, I'm 12 days sober. Like, nah, man, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about victory. You know what I'm saying? So, but also more importantly than that, man, I started accomplishing so much more. It's like I would accomplish more in a month than most people would accomplish in a year, because almost nobody plans every hour of every day in the calendar. And if you do that, man, you start stacking years like that, right? Where you can't help but succeed. Like it's not luck at that point, right? You got a plan. You working your plan every day, and you planning out every day. It's choreographed. You're gonna succeed way more. You know what I'm saying? And I hope this is a cautionary tale, man, for you guys. You hear about this guy? He wasted his time. He wasn't focused. He was chasing hoes he was chasing church girls at the coffee shop. You might be doing other shit, man. Some of you motherfuckers out here shooting dope. You know what I'm saying? You out here getting high, sniffing cocaine, fucking hookers. I don't know what you got going on, but you're squandering your time, and you don't want to end up like this motherfucker. You want to end up like this motherfucker. Right now, if you want to learn more about how to plan out every day in your calendar, it's the most important thing I've ever taught anyone. Everyone who I've taught to plan every hour of every day in their calendar, within a few months, their whole life turned around. They had way more money. They were way better shape, more successful. It's probably the number one thing you could do to improve your life pretty drastically and super fast, like within 90 days. If you want to learn more about that, there's another video on how to do it. Click that video right here, man. And shout out to this dude who made that video, man. I'm like, I know I was joking and shit, but I'm glad he made that video, because I need people to see that that's the alternative plan. That's what happens when you don't listen to me. You start making videos about how shit sucks. And I hope that brother, we wish him the best of luck, man. He still got time to turn it around. All right. There was a super chat.
Yep, we have Mr. Out of Context says, I tell everyone that will listen to watch the lives, always dropping gems.
Hey, shout out to you, Mr. Out of Context.
And we have Eric back.
Eric's back.
Breaking it down. All right. So He says, this business is people focused, not LTV, cost or channels. More people equals more sales, which equals more money. How do you develop sales team mentally, build trust and relationships with them? How you avoid bad off days, and how do you lead them? Sorry, a lot of questions.
Okay, so lead that up. Nima, can you make it big pause? You make it big, no Diddy. All right. First of all, every business has customers, and every business has a lifetime value of a customer. Like every business. All right. So to be clear, your business does have LTV. You just don't know it. All right. Like 100% of businesses have lifetime value, 100% of them. And that's the whole game. Like, listen, you need to figure that out. You need to start focusing on that. Focus on how much the lifetime value of a customer is, and then ways to increase it. The way you can increase it is you can sell them more stuff. You can do cross sales. You can do upsells. A cross sale will be maybe selling them something that a product is adjacent to the one they buy, or recommending a company, recommending them another product or company that will help them accomplish their goals, and maybe you get a kickback, right? That's a cross sale. Upsell would be like a higher level of what you have going on, right? Something else you can sell them that's like maybe a bigger purchase or something of that nature. Now, you need to figure out the cost of acquisition, right? If it's zero, then that's cool. Like maybe you're not spending money to get a client, but there is a cost, right? And the whole game of business is lifetime value versus cost of acquisition. That's business. that's the on its simplest form is lifetime value versus cost of acquisition. If the lifetime value is It's more than the cost of acquisition. Now you got a business. You got a successful business, and your goal from that point is to lower cost of acquisition and increase lifetime value. All right, I'm telling you, like that's business. Whether you may not get it yet, but that's you're doing it whether you know it or not. All right, and now your other question is, how do you develop sales team mentality, build trust relationship? Okay, so building a sales team is if you're not good at sales, it's gonna be difficult, right? But you can still do it. But I'm gonna assume you're good at sales. So you gotta, when it starts with, first of all, you gotta get A players somehow. If I was you, I'd get people with experience if you got it, right? And then you have to train them every day. You have to train them every day. One thing and then you got to review their sales calls, see what they can do better. And you got to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. You need to know every salesperson's average order value, how much they're bringing in, you know, how many leads they're getting, what's their average cost. You got to know all your numbers with your sales team, right? Their conversion rates. And that's really conversion rates and order value. That's what I'm going to say. Like how much you need to know what their average order value is, each one of them. And then you need to know what their conversion rate is. Okay. And, you know, well, something we do, man, is like, yo, the motherfuckers who got the hot hand, if a motherfucker's conversion rate is higher, they gonna get most of the calls. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get most of the calls. It's like, it'd be irresponsible to do anything else, right? And then so you gotta monitor that like pretty much daily, you know, and you got to make sure they get in enough money too, right? So someone can have a high conversion rate with a low average order value. That don't mean that they're a profitable sales call, right? And then once you start having enough data, here's the thing. Listen to me. Once you have enough data, you need to know how much your average lead is worth, right? How much the average lead is worth. So a simple, like a fucking back of the napkin way of doing it is take your gross profit and divide that by the number of leads you have, right? Then I give you like a fucking, it's not the best, it's not the most sophisticated way, right? Like, but that's something you can learn quickly. Then you know how much a lead is worth. Then you can start running ads. And as long as you get it, let's say the average lead is worth $1,000, then you can start running ads, and anything under $1,000 is a win. Now, because we went by gross profit, it might not be the best, but you get the fuck I'm saying, right? You get more sophisticated if I knew more about your business, I'd give you a more sophisticated answer, right? And then, how do you build trust and relationships with them, man? Listen, man. Listen, man. Oh, one thing I'll say is catch them doing stuff right and catch them doing stuff wrong. It's not just what they do wrong, it's what they do right as well. You know, so somebody that has a good, you should be reviewing their sales calls, right? And whatever they do right, you say, hey man, this was good. It's good. Whatever you do bad, hey man, this is where you need improvement. But you can't just tell them they did bad. You also got to tell them to do right, what they did right. What I've been doing recently is I set up a custom project in ChatGPT where I not only do I review the sales calls, I throw it in AI as well, the transcripts, and it kind of spits out what they did wrong, what they did right, gives them a score. That's something I've been doing recently. It's been working pretty well. And how do you avoid bad days? You don't avoid bad days. They happen. You know what I'm saying? It's how you react to them, how you respond to them, right? It's like it's everybody, nobody's life is a unbroken boulevard of green lights. Everybody's gonna have bad days. Some are gonna have fucking awful days. Like people are gonna die, like there's gonna be fucking tragedies, all types of shit's gonna happen. So the bad days are inevitable. It's how you respond to them and how you react to them. You just gotta get better at that. I think I answered the question pretty as much as I could to the best of my abilities. You know what I'm saying?
Go into this one really quickly. Moses Garcia says, considering I'm living off 50% of my monthly income, what percentage should I allocate to buy and hold investing, and what percentage should I allocate to trading?
If you're living on 50%, I'm assuming that's post-tax income. So I mean, fucking the rest of it, right? Like like the rest of it, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. Or you can check out the MBA accounting system, Never Broke Again. It's in the Baller Mindset, and they said you have a video on it, and we have the Baller Mindset course. What I think will help you out a lot, right? All right, guys. What else? Is that it? All right, guys. Hey, listen, man. We got to get up out of here, man. This has been another episode of the oh yeah, it's been another episode of the Victory Talk podcast. Remember, Wednesday. We're doing next Wednesday, right? We're doing a live training where I'll show you how to make money trading futures without even have to using your own money. We're gonna show you how to get funded with prop firms so you can trade with their money. It's gonna be lit. We're doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you register for it. All right, holla at y'all.